Losing a spouse is one of the most painful experiences a person can endure. It's not just the deep emotional weight of grief. It's also the overwhelming number of decisions that suddenly fall on your shoulders. During such a tumultuous time, it's all too easy to make choices driven by pain, loneliness, or the pressure from others around you. Unfortunately, some of these decisions can lead to unnecessary regrets, financial difficulties, or even emotional setbacks that can make the healing process even more challenging. The truth is, while grief is deeply personal, there are certain pitfalls you should always think twice about before saying yes to. In this video, we'll discuss 5 costly mistakes that many people unknowingly make during this vulnerable time. And by understanding them, you can better protect your emotional, financial, and physical well-being. Before we get started, I encourage you to comment below about the city you're living in, and don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more supportive content. Now, let's explore the first mistake to avoid: making big financial decisions too soon. Mistake number 1: making big financial decisions too soon. When you lose a spouse, the world feels like it's been turned upside down. In the midst of such heart-wrenching grief, it's easy to feel lost and overwhelmed. Suddenly, you're faced with decisions you never expected to make alone, and the urge to act quickly can be incredibly strong. Unfortunately, this rush to make choices often clouds your judgment, leading to decisions that can have lasting consequences. Grief can be a heavy fog that blurs your clarity, making it difficult to see what's truly best for your future. You might feel pressured to sell your home, change your living situation, or make significant financial investments, all in an effort to regain some sense of control. However, acting out of urgency rather than careful consideration can lead to choices you may regret later. Take the story of Eleanor, a 74-year-old widow who recently lost her husband after 50 years of marriage. In her grief, she felt an overwhelming urge to downsize her home. Friends and family suggested that a smaller place would be easier to manage and less expensive to maintain. Seeking comfort in their well-meaning advice, Eleanor sold the house they had shared for decades and moved into a smaller apartment. At first, it seemed like the right decision, but as the initial shock faded, she began to miss her old home, the familiar surroundings, her cherished memories, and the comforting presence of her late husband. In hindsight, she realized that she had made a choice too soon, one that left her feeling more alone and regretful. It's important to recognize the warning signs of making hasty financial decisions during this vulnerable time. Many people face pressure from well-meaning friends, family members, or even financial advisors who may not fully understand the depth of your grief. They may encourage you to take action, thinking it will help you feel better, but this can often lead to decisions that aren't in your best interest. To protect yourself, consider adopting the 1-year rule. This guideline suggests waiting at least a year before making any irreversible financial choices. This time frame allows you to navigate the initial shock of your loss and gives you space to think clearly about what you truly need. Of course, there may be exceptions where immediate action is necessary, but it's essential to evaluate such situations carefully. Creating a financial pause plan can be a helpful first step. Take time to list out your financial responsibilities and concerns, and prioritize what truly needs your attention. A trusted friend or family member can be invaluable during this process, providing support and perspective as you work through your options. Remember, taking a step back is not a sign of weakness. It's a demonstration of strength. Allow yourself the grace to wait, reflect, and make decisions from a place of clarity rather than grief. Ultimately, this journey is about honoring your feelings and making choices that serve your future well-being. Trust that waiting can be a powerful decision, allowing you to emerge from this fog of grief with renewed strength and purpose. You deserve the time and space to heal, and the best decisions come from a place of understanding and care for yourself. Mistake 2: isolating yourself from friends and family. When you experience the loss of a spouse, it's completely natural to want to retreat into solitude. Grief can feel so heavy, and sometimes being alone seems like the only way to process the pain. However, isolating yourself from friends and family can lead to even deeper feelings of loneliness and despair. While moments of solitude are important, completely shutting out those who care about you can make the healing process much harder. Research shows that prolonged isolation can have serious health impacts, leading to increased feelings of sadness and anxiety, and even affecting your physical health. It's essential to stay connected, even if it feels challenging. Let's look at Thomas, a 78-year-old man who lost his wife after 55 years of marriage. After her passing, Thomas felt overwhelmed and withdrew from everyone around him. He stopped answering phone calls, skipped family gatherings, and rarely left the house. Initially, he thought he just needed time alone to process his grief. But as the months went by, he found himself feeling emptier and more isolated. It wasn't until a neighbor reached out and invited him for coffee that he began to reconnect with the world around him. That simple act turned into a weekly meetup and eventually blossomed into a routine of spending time with friends and family. Thomas discovered that while his grief was still present, sharing moments with others lightened the load he was carrying. It's crucial to honor your need for solitude while also recognizing the importance of maintaining connections. You don't have to jump into large social gatherings right away. Small, manageable steps can help keep you connected. Perhaps start by answering a phone call from a friend or going for a short walk with a loved one. Even just being in the presence of others, listening to their conversations can remind you that you're not alone in this journey. Men and women often experience isolation differently. While some men may feel the need to withdraw and deal with their grief alone, women might be more inclined to seek out support from friends and family. Understanding these differences can help you navigate your own feelings and reach out for the support you need. Creating a simple connection plan can be a great way to establish boundaries while staying engaged with others. Set a goal to connect with someone at least once a week, whether it's a phone call, a coffee date, or even a virtual chat. These little connections can make a significant difference in your emotional well-being. As you move forward, I encourage you to think about the people in your life who care about you. Comment below about a connection that has helped you through a difficult time. You don't have to carry the weight of your loss alone. There are people who want to support you and share in your journey. Remember, reaching out is a sign of strength, not weakness. Let's cherish those connections as we navigate this difficult chapter together. Mistake 3. Ignoring your health and well-being. When you lose someone you love, it's easy to forget about your own health and well-being. Grief can take a toll on your body in ways you might not even realize. You may find yourself feeling fatigued, losing your appetite, or simply not caring about your health as much as you used to. This is a common experience, often referred to as the widow or widower effect, where the stress of loss can lead to serious health risks, including heart problems and weakened immune function. Let's talk about Robert, an 81-year-old man who lost his wife of 55 years. After her passing, Robert felt as if he were in a fog, struggling to find joy in everyday life. He stopped cooking for himself, thinking he just wasn't hungry. Instead, he relied on quick and unhealthy meals, which led to a decline in his health. His daughter noticed he seemed weaker and more fatigued and encouraged him to start eating regular meals again. Slowly, as he began to nourish his body, he also found a sense of purpose returning to his life. It's important to remember that taking care of yourself isn't just about physical health. It's about your emotional and spiritual well-being too. Grief affects every part of you, and being kind to yourself during this time is essential. Simple self-care routines can make a significant difference. Start by setting a regular meal schedule, even if you don't have much of an appetite. Try to include a variety of nutritious foods, and don't forget to stay hydrated. Sometimes, just getting outside for a short walk can lift your spirits and help clear your mind. There are also many resources available to support you during this journey. Grief counseling and support groups can provide a safe space to share your feelings and connect with others who understand what you're going through. These connections can be incredibly healing and remind you that you're not alone in your experience. To help you prioritize your health, consider creating a basic self-care checklist. This can include simple tasks like drinking enough water, getting some fresh air, and reaching out to a friend or family member each week. Remember, taking care of yourself honors the memory of your loved one. They would want you to find moments of joy and peace, even amid your sorrow. As you navigate your grief, I encourage you to think about what small steps you can take to care for yourself. Perhaps you can comment below about a self-care practice that has helped you during tough times. Remember, prioritizing your health is not just a duty, it's a vital part of your healing journey. You deserve to take care of yourself as you honor the love you shared with your spouse. Mistake 4. Rushing into new relationships. After losing a spouse, it's completely natural to feel a profound sense of loneliness. The void left behind can seem insurmountable, and the desire for companionship might feel like the only way to cope with the pain. However, rushing into a new relationship before you've had time to heal can lead to more heartache and confusion. Let's consider Catherine, a 72-year-old woman who experienced the loss of her husband after 40 years of marriage. In her grief, she met someone new just a few months later. At first, the relationship felt like a welcome distraction, providing her with companionship and comfort. But as time went on, Catherine realized that she hadn't truly processed her loss. The relationship moved faster than she was ready for, and she felt pressure to fill the void left by her husband. Eventually, she had to step back and acknowledge that she needed more time to herself before diving into something new. It's important to recognize that while the desire for companionship is completely understandable, entering a new relationship too soon can come with its own set of challenges. You might find yourself in a situation where you're looking for a partner not because you're ready, but because you want to escape the pain of loss. This can lead to emotional vulnerability and even exploitation by someone who may not have your best interests at heart. Grief counselors often emphasize the importance of taking your time. Healing doesn't follow a set timeline, and everyone processes their emotions differently. It's essential to ask yourself the right questions before considering a new relationship. Are you seeking companionship to fill a void, or are you genuinely ready to open your heart again? What do you truly want from a new partner? Reflecting on these questions can help you gain clarity about your feelings and intentions. Men and women may approach new relationships differently. Some men might rush to find a new partner to fill the emptiness, while women may seek emotional connections more gradually. Understanding these differences can help you navigate your own feelings and expectations. Setting healthy boundaries is crucial when entering a new relationship. Make sure you're clear with yourself and your potential partner about what you need at this stage in your life. Don't hesitate to take things slow, ensuring you're both on the same page as you move forward. If you've found companionship after a loss, I'd love to hear your story. What helped you know you were ready? Sharing your experiences can not only be healing for you, but also provide comfort for others in similar situations. Remember, it's perfectly okay to take your time. Healing is a journey, and you deserve to find love when you're truly ready, not just when you feel lonely. Mistake 5. Holding on to every possession. After losing a spouse, the urge to hold on to every possession can be incredibly strong. Each item carries memories and emotions that remind you of the life you shared. It's natural to want to keep everything just as it was, fearing that letting go means losing a piece of your loved one. However, clinging too tightly to these belongings can weigh you down and hinder your healing process. It's essential to find a balance between honoring those precious memories and allowing yourself the space to heal. You can cherish the moments without creating a shrine that constantly reminds you of your loss. Let's look at the story of David, a 76-year-old man who faced this very challenge. After his wife passed away, he found it difficult to part with her belongings. Her clothes remained in the closet, her shoes by the door, and her favorite chair untouched. At first, it felt comforting to have everything just as she left it, but as time went by, David realized that walking past those items every day was keeping him stuck in his grief. With encouragement from a close friend, David began the process of selectively letting go of some of his wife's belongings. He started small, choosing a few items that held special meaning and donating the rest. As he did this, he felt a sense of relief wash over him. It wasn't about forgetting his wife or their life together. It was about making room for his own healing. David discovered that letting go physically didn't mean letting go emotionally. Instead, it allowed him to carry forward the love they shared while also embracing the next chapter of his life. If you find yourself struggling with what to keep and what to let go, consider using a practical approach like the categories method. This involves sorting belongings into categories, such as items you use regularly, those that hold deep sentimental value, and those that no longer serve you. Take your time with this process. There's no rush. You might find that some items can be repurposed into something meaningful, like turning old clothes into a memory quilt or creating a scrapbook of cherished moments. These creative alternatives can help you honor your loved one while allowing you to move forward. Involving family members in this process can also be beneficial. They may have their own memories tied to certain items and can provide support as you make decisions. Approach these conversations with care, letting them know you value their input while also emphasizing that the final decisions are yours to make. As you begin to sort through possessions, remember that there's no fixed timeline for this process. Allow yourself to take breaks and revisit items when you feel ready. Each decision doesn't have to be made all at once. And rest assured, letting go of physical belongings doesn't diminish the love you shared. It's a step toward embracing your memories while also creating space for new experiences and joys in your life. I encourage you to think about how you can honor your loved one while also allowing yourself the freedom to heal. Consider sharing your thoughts or experiences in the comments below. Remember, you're not alone in this journey, and it's okay to seek support as you navigate the balance between holding on and letting go. As we've discussed, the decisions you make during your grief can significantly impact your healing journey. There's no set timeline for how long grief should last, but being mindful of these common pitfalls can help you navigate this challenging time more effectively. Remember, moving forward doesn't mean you're forgetting your loved one. It's about honoring their memory while allowing yourself to embrace life again. I'd love to hear from you. Which of these insights resonated most with your experience? Thank you for joining me today, and if you found this video helpful, please like and subscribe for more support and guidance.